All right, cool. Yeah, wow.
Oh yeah, it is picking it up.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be good because the output device, cool.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, man, you usually gotta pay extra for shit like that.
Definitely, huh?
I'm here with Carlos. It has been way too long since we got back and actually worked together. So, I mean, last time we talked was maybe like 3 tattoos ago for me.
It's been a while.
It has. But it's exciting because it's. I didn't realize that it had been so long, and we talked about just maintaining relationships and how important that is. But I think sometimes it also gives you more time to get your own shit together. And that was something that for sure I needed. I was all over the place, but I mean, what are you working on now? Like, are you still like? Lucky Seven's still around. You showed me the new logo. The new logo's sick. But like, how have you changed any of like your influences? Like, what are you looking at now doing?
So definitely just change of who's my ideal customer. I've been targeting my ideal customer, which would be my my type of audience. So I've been just experimenting with different types of garments and just trying to see what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to like label myself as a clothing label.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just get everything situated before I release. But
it sounds like you're in a more experimental phase.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Definitely, because I got a new logo, working with new colors, different types of garments. I mean, I'm making some out of the ordinary shit.
Cool.
And I mean, I fuck with it. It's cool. I really like it.
Are you making more for you now?
Yeah.
That's cool.
In a way, yes.
I think that's when people really like. I mean, sometimes it's not great, but like I heard a musician. He said that he makes music that he wants to listen to.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people could go a lot further hearing things like that, like just doing things like that. So it's like clothes that you'd wear?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, yeah, so it's just clothes that I would be wearing, but no more like copycat anymore. Like back then, I kind of got a lot of inspiration from gallery department. I did the pants with the paint and all that type of shit. And I was like, okay, I can't be, I can take inspiration from someone from, another different label.
Right.
But I was like, I feel like I need to be more authentic, more genuine with my work.
Yeah.
So
I think everybody goes through that copycat phase, though.
Yeah.
I think every artist, like when they
kind of start. Like,
yeah.
Fucking ASAP said, "Why you steal my flow?" Some, shit like that.
Yeah. When I first started like writing, it was like obvious who I listened to.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be Atmosphere so bad. And now like they still are like influences, but I've noticed that it's gotten away and it's gotten more towards like I embrace like all the weird shit that I would say and like all the weird niche references and it's funny because as I started writing, I was like, oh man, maybe I do want to do like more like pro wrestling shit, even though no one's gonna understand it. And then fucking West Side Gun comes out, and that's all he does is wrestling shit.
Yeah, bro, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's just gonna put your own taste to it. And
yeah.
It's a lot. Like.
Yeah. And I think just recognizing like you don't know at the time, but recognizing that you were making your dreams smaller.
Yeah.
I think that's like a huge.
Because there's so much potential to work with.
Yeah.
And you're just holding yourself back.
And you don't see it.
What's the point?
That's the scariest thing is you don't recognize it. You don't see that.
Until the very end.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why throw away all that potential? When you can definitely just.
And I think that's what elevates a lot of art is like that fearlessness of, oh no, we're gonna do this my way. Win or lose, it's gonna be done my way. And it sounds interesting. So how are you being more genuine? Is it more
definitely just what I really like so I'm experimenting with like garments from Mexico that I've been my cousin sent me some stuff. I was like, okay, like how can I make this into my type of style? And like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, how can I say it?
Because you wanted to do that kind of luxury look for a while.
I still want to do that luxury look, but like more like a, how can I say it? More like Balenciaga, but not Balenciaga, but
Yeah.
almost to that level.
That kind of like loud. Well, Versace was like more the loud patterns. Balenciaga kind of does it here and there. Okay, I kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Doing it with the Mexican patterns is going to be really interesting.
Bro, doing it with the Mexican patterns is so cool because you can get a poncho. You can add some things to the poncho and just make it you.
Yeah.
Just stress it. Do however you want to like rock it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come out with this because this is what I like. This is what I like this vibe. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
The idea of like a Western, Southwestern kind of luxury of like ponchos and bolo ties is like kind of dope now that I think about it. Like now that I'm like really thinking about it, there is a lot.
Why not dive into my roots? Like,
Yeah.
I'm Mexican. Like, I gotta hit up my Mexican culture. Like, I gotta see what I can do with this. And like, let's off.
And especially like the loud colors and like the bright, and I think that is like, because I mean I know, especially here there is a lot of, it's weird. There's a lot of Mexican influence, but there's also a lot of Mexican like people don't like that there's a lot of Mexican influence. And so which is always weird to me, but like when you do think like Mexican culture, you do think, you know, quinceañera dresses and mariachi bands and all that, and it's like there's so much energy to it. And I think people kind of pigeonhole Mexican culture into like, oh no, they just do this. And it's like, no, there's a lot more besides these things. And like, we can have Mexican luxury without. And honestly, to me, what I was telling my mom, I was like, if you think that a black man dressing well is a gangster or a pimp, that's on you.
Yeah. Always just, he's having fun with his style.
And if you think that a Mexican guy dressing well is like, oh, he looks like he's in the cartel, shut up.
He's a narco.
Yeah, shut up, dog. Like, what do you mean?
He
like,
got the chains, he got the gold.
yeah,
Hey,
no,
let him be.
Yeah, let him be, man. Like,
Let him rock that yellow.
yeah, that's cool, though. I'm really, really excited to see what you're coming up with. I'm really, really excited because it seems like there's also been like almost like a rebirth in luxury of like how people are rethinking it too.
Yeah, it's almost everything now.
Yeah, I'm seeing it a lot. So my girlfriend is a lot more. I'm definitely on the streetwear side, and she's more formal. And so I can dress up, but I typically don't do it very often because I don't have to very often. But she's kind of been opening me up to like, oh, you know, like this button up looks good. This, and I'm like, okay, you know what? And but it's the same thing. Like I was already wearing that stuff like before, and I just stopped because ease. And now it's just, you know, kind of getting back to like, no, I do like this. I do like looking like this, and this is my style, and this isn't. That's cool. Have you noticed that it's influenced what you wear day to day at all?
In a way, yes and no. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Right.
yeah, it's like a 50-50.
Well, because like with work, most people can't dress exactly the way they want to dress.
Yeah, with work, I'm wearing a whole different fit.
Oh, dude, I was so I coach now, and I had a pair of pink shorts that from Levi's, right? And what I did with them, I took them to the tailor and I rolled them up a little bit, and then I hemmed them. And I got into I was coaching, and I coached track, and I got into the blocks, and I was like, no, this is how you guys should be doing this. And I literally stood up, and I just heard like a, bro, those tore from the hem to the zipper.
Oh, damn.
Dog. I went home, and my
That was a good breeze, huh?
well, I went home, and my brother's like, hey man, what are you doing back so early? What the hell? Like just like that? And so I'm like, oh shit, man, I gotta change. I literally went home, changed, came back, And the only people that heard me that like noticed anything, one of the kids I coached was like, "Coach, could you change your shorts?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it." So I ended up having it like I went back and I got them fixed because I was like, "Oh, this is gonna look cool." Like this like sick ass like Frankenstein scar on it. Swear to God, they tore 2 weeks later. I was like, "All right, cool, these are done."
Not meant to be.
Oh damn, that shimp is wild. Hey, so you got the new tattoo. You got a couple tattoos now. I remember before you didn't.
So I got the. Oh, it's just one. It's just the new logo for Lucky Sevens or whatever.
Yeah, I remember when you got the 777.
Yeah.
That's a gnarly place to get it done too.
Right? I gotta get it retouched though, because it's kind of fading.
Sucks, right?
It's fading out.
I'm not excited about this, man. Getting this retouched. It's
one?
the one on my hand.
Okay.
It's not excited.
No, I might get some other tats. Like, I might get the "World Is Yours" from Scarface. So like the angel's holding the world or whatever, and it says the world is yours. So I kind of want to do that on the fall.
Do you notice that movies kind of influence your creativity?
Yes.
Really?
Especially Scarface. So I relate to him so fucking much. Like, excuse my language, by the way, but
Dude, we've been able to curse on this. I don't give a shit.
That's true. But cause he's like an immigrant.
Yeah.
So am I. And how he starts from the bottom to something, like it's crazy. So I just reflect that on me so much. Like, came here to U.S. broke.
When you do that white suit with the red shirt, it's over.
I already did it though.
Oh, when you?
Yeah, it's in the archives.
I remember you did something like that a while ago. Actually, I remember you showed me, and I was like, when you, because I think that's the interesting thing about like your story is, and I mean, I don't want to take away from the Mexican roots at all.
No, go.
But the immigrant luxury is such a like crazy idea of like,
No, big time.
you know, like, because I'm not an immigrant. My great grandparents were immigrants from Sweden. On my dad's side, they're immigrants from Sweden. But after a few generations, it doesn't really, it's not really there anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have it. My girlfriend has it. I don't have it. So it's so interesting to see, like, what does an immigrant think is the most luxurious thing? And then seeing you're like, oh shit. And like the vision that you showed me when we first talked, like over a year ago now, I'm just seeing it mature more and more. I'm like, this is so fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, bro. I'm really, really happy how everything turned out with the brand. Because I remember I started in 2020 and it was all spray paint. Just spray paint on the garments, you know. And I posted like the other day, I had a Ralph Lauren jacket or whatever, and I spray painted my logo, the old Lucky Sevens logo. Yeah. And I was like, damn, like, look where I've came from now, like, from spray paint to the runway, you know?
And that focus and just like seeing like, oh, this is what I can do. And even like some designs I never seen before, like the split leg pants, I was like, oh shit, like, okay, there's some shit here.
Yeah.
Like, there's something here. It just so many like cool fucking things that I'm like, that I was just pumped to see you do. I just realized too that the new logo will be a fucking great monogram.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I chose it, bro.
Yeah, I just realized.
Like that's the L.
Yeah.
Down the bottom's another L, but it's like backwards to represent like a 7, so for Lucky Sevens or whatever. So this logo's on me forever, bro.
Yeah, I just realized like how
it reminds me of like a Fendi. The Fendi logo.
It is. That is kind of.
You know? But yeah, that's the.
But
new
it's
logo
yours, and like, and inspiration is weird because like, oh well, you just copy, and I was like, well, not really. Like that's not really like inspiration is a weird thing, but it's about like I think you can take yours. I think you can take Lucky Sevens very far.
Oh, definitely can. Anything is possible if you just gotta put all that work in. But it's possible.
You know what? Last year I would have been like, yeah, I told you gotta put the work in. This year, and we talked offline about a lot of this. This year, you gotta put the right work in.
Yeah, because
I think that's what I learned this year was like putting the right work in, like making sure that, like, what are you really putting? Not you personally, but like, what are you really putting your energy into? And is it worth it?
Yeah, because if you're gonna work on something, are you gonna give it your all, or are you gonna give it half?
And if you're going to give it half, are you going to be upset that you didn't? So when I coach, I told one of the people I coached with, and I think this thought process actually I think is why I don't coach with them anymore. She said, I want 110% from you guys every single day. And I was like, I don't. I want your best. I just want you to do your best. Because one day you might be having, especially because I coach high school, so one day you might be having a really bad issue with school. I don't expect you to give 110% while you're struggling in school to stay eligible for sports.
While your mind's somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know?
So your best, like, I've had practices where I was sick, and then the next day I was at practice and I was like just not doing well. I just want your best. And I think that's the thing is that I learned this year is like, I was trying to give everything 100%, and I just shut down after a while. And so when I started to, it's like, you know what they say about like, oh, you use only 10% of your brain at a time? It's not true. Like, that's what works. Like, that part of your brain is what's working at that time. Like, and so that's what I learned is like, oh no, we can do our best every single day. Is that necessarily going to be 100%? Maybe not. I went really hard in the gym the other day. Guess what? Couldn't lift a weight for 2 days.
But you gave it your best.
But I gave it my best.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, when I want to do something, I put my chips all in. It's the only way to do it.
Yep.
Because either
I do agree with that.
It's either I'm gonna succeed or I'm gonna lose. But it's a lesson, and I can't get upset about it because it's a lesson.
Right.
I'm meant to learn from this. Either if I succeed or not, hey, it was fun.
You know what it is too with going all in, because it's similar mentality. I tell people I never take my cards off the table. I almost never tell people what I'm not gonna do, unless it's like a real issue, like like a real boundary. Because with me, what I tell people about like the art or the school, there's always places hiring. Like, let's say that, like, and I don't like putting this in the air, but like, let's say things don't work out with anything. You can get a job anywhere.
Yeah.
What if they do work out though? You know what I mean? Like that changes everything. So I'm with it, man.
Yeah. Either way, if you get a job, you're still gonna be trying.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's just a little setback for right now. It's all good.
So one of my friends, I asked her because she owns a gallery, and and I asked her, I'm like, how do you do this? Like, you work full time and you own a gallery. She's like, well, it's a lot of work. I'm like, yeah, but it's worth it, right? She's like, oh, it's for sure worth it, but like, I'm like, how would I do this like when I don't have the money to do this? And she's like, that's the first step. She's like, you need the money to do this. You need to do the 9 to 5. You need to find some sort of income. You can't go all in on this.
You definitely got to start with baby steps.
Yeah.
It's just consistency that you gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You don't need to take a big step at a time.
And I think
you can take your baby steps and just progress little by little.
Yeah.
Then you can build your foundation from there and just keep going.
Yeah.
And once you're good, all right, fuck it, I'm golden. Let's keep going.
And that might not be 6 months.
It might not be in a year or two. It can be in 5 years or 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not too late. It's never too late. But
I'm so glad you said that.
if you're doing it, good. If you're not doing it, that's on you. The important thing that matters is that you're doing it. No matter how slow, or whatever, you're still giving it your best.
Yes. Yeah. I love when someone comes on a podcast and they're just like saying the absolute best shit that I needed to hear right then. I fucking love it, bro. Like, I really, really do, because that was my issue. I wasn't giving anything my best. And I thought...
That's okay, bro. Like, now you learn from that, right?
Yeah.
See? And that's okay. It's allowed to be human once in a while. And, like, it's okay for things to happen.
My girl's saying the same exact thing because I hold myself to like a very high like.
Bro,
I want to be perfect.
Everyone does. I do too. I'm
And
a
it's-
perfectionist of the ass. Like, I'm
Do you hold that with other people though?
Yes.
Do you? Okay.
Yes, I do. You might not see it, but inside, yeah. Okay, you gotta hit my standards. If not, you're out.
Oh, I feel okay. I see what you mean by that. I kind of noticed that, like with me, once I get a hold of somebody's personality, then I kind of like I let them. Oh, okay, if that's your personality, that's cool. And what I really learned last year about like some of my friends is that you have some friends that you'll be able to talk to every single day.
Yeah.
And then you got some people that you can talk to every week.
And every
month,
or
yeah.
whatever, yeah.
And what I realized is that like, oh, stop putting your energy in people that aren't gonna reciprocate that level of energy.
Exactly.
Because like honestly, and I'm not saying this is like, you know, I'm not trying to say that like anybody is like a bad friend or anything like that.
No.
But you probably don't have that many friends that you can talk to every day. Most people don't.
No. I mean, in the time and energy that you gotta put in, I'm like, sometimes I just want to have a solo day. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Doesn't matter if I go out or not. I'm chilling. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you feeling better? Like mentally, just like in general, not
Way
like
better than everything, bro.
Good.
In every prospect of my life, everything has just flourished. And I'm not saying it as like, you know, like to flex or anything like that. But it's just, I'm happy. You know, I'm
yeah.
really happy how things turned out with my life now. And hey, I'm here. I'm breathing. Shit, I got the best brand out here now. In my opinion.
I'm excited. I am. I think that's what makes me the happiest to hear is like, just things are going the way that like you're on the journey that you want to be on.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
And I mean, unfortunately, some things happen and they're not in my life anymore, but that's good. Things were meant to happen for a reason.
So hard question then. Does that bother you when certain things aren't in your life anymore? I don't even mean like people, places, things, like just certain like
Well,
like in general.
You look back sometimes and you're like, I wish I still had this, right? And you're like, well, you start looking at the pros and cons. And you're like, you start looking at the cons, and there's more cons than pros. And you're like, nah. It's like it's not in the moment.
Because we get caught up in nostalgia sometimes.
Yeah, and it happens, but then you look at yourself how you're doing now, and you're like, oh, why the fuck am I tripping? Like, bro, look at where you're at right now. You're chilling, you're good,
Yeah.
your family is good, pockets are heavy. Okay.
Yeah. I think especially, and I'm telling you right now, you're gonna experience this. There's gonna be times when you're gonna be like, oh man, I miss these days. And then like you think back to like those days, and you're like,
Bro, this week, like Monday, I had a little something like that happen. I was like, damn, I missed this shit. And I was like, okay. It's like, not to better things. Like,
that's one reason why coaching is perfect for me, because like when I'm like, man, I really miss doing track. Track season's about to come up, you know. And then like when I'm like, man, I'm getting real fucking sick of track. Track season's over. I'm like,
yeah,
cool, perfect.
Cool. It works out for you, you know.
It so does, man. It so does. And I might be coaching some other sports here soon. I haven't figured it out yet. But it's perfect. It's something I'm passionate about. It's something that I did miss. And there's a difference when you miss like, oh yeah, that might be fun to do. Like, oh yeah. And then there's that miss when you're like, no, this is like, I should be there. I should be doing this right now. And there's a lot of things I realized like, no, I just thought they were cool.
Yeah.
I don't really feel that way anymore.
Then like, if you look at it, when things leave out of like, you know, go out of your life or whatever, it was bound to happen. Like, that's already in progress with you. Like, that was already meant to happen for you to progress and elevate yourself. And
it's funny you say that because I had another thing that's been keeping me away from a lot. So correctly, I will say she's right. My girl said, hey, you should go to therapy. She's completely correct. And I've had so many issues with therapy as far as like, not even like subject matter. That's fine, whatever. Your job is to ask hard questions as a therapist, right? But like trying to like schedule things, because I tell people all the time, my life changes every 3 to 4 months. Just radically changes every 3 to 4 months. And so I had one of those changes, and my therapist literally said, you don't have any permanence in your life. You don't think anything's gonna last, and so you don't actually put the time in. Are you seeing where?
Yeah. No, because I'm lucky the same way.
And dude, swear to God, 2 weeks later she dropped me, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like I thought I laughed. Like it was funny. My girl's like she was like so upset, and I was like, "Whatever."
I went to therapy one time. I mean, I've done it a couple times. I'm not really fond of it or whatever. I feel like mentally, by myself, I can work things out. I'm like, okay, what's affecting me? What's not affecting me?
That tells me that you're mentally resilient.
Yeah, because like I got myself at the end of the day. I don't need to go to some therapist and be like, yo, what's wrong with me? You know?
That's kind of what I ended up doing too. Was like when I could tell the therapist exactly what my issues were, she was like, "Why are you here?" And I was like,
exactly. Like, why do I need to go to a random stranger to talk about my feelings? What the fuck? I can write this shit down, and you're like, okay, what's happening that it's like affecting me this much or whatever, or what do I need to work on that it's like.
That's the bigger thing for me.
You know?
That's the bigger thing is like recognizing. I think that's what I'm looking for more is like, I know what the issue is. How do I get past it now? And because I mean, sometimes you can help yourself with that, but sometimes you do need that outside source.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
But I mean,
sometimes because when you're in it,
it's not bad to ask for help sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially someone who doesn't have who isn't right there with you the whole time. And they just like have different eyes, and you're just like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of it like that. I think that's more what I'm looking for now, more so than somebody like, no, now tell me how you feel. I'm more looking like, can you give me not even solutions, just strategies? Just tell me like
how can I overcome this?
Yeah.
You know, how can I overthrow this issue?
Well, and that was the thing is like when she was said the permanence, she's like, yeah, nothing. You don't think anything's gonna last because nothing's ever lasted. And I was like, well, how do I fix that? Because like, okay, cool, like I know that nothing lasts. And that, not even saying it in a bad way, but I was a military brat. We moved every 3 years. There are friends that I've just made contact with after like 15 years. So yeah, I don't. But like, so how do I fix that now? And they're like, well, make better connections with people around you. And I'm like, what does that mean?
I think she's trying to be like, connect to the people who are the closest to you.
That's what I ended up doing. Was like I think what I ended up doing is I texted everybody, and I literally texted everybody in my contacts list, and I only kept the people who messaged me back.
Yeah. Because that's who you want around.
Yeah.
That's all you want.
Yeah.
That's your circle.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's literally what currency exchange was about doing. Was like. Let's make a circle. Let's make something that we can all build together and grow with, even if it's like not even, especially if it's different interests.
Yeah.
Just being able to support, and being able to be like, oh yeah, I got a dude who does this. I got a dude who does this. Like that's what it was for, and like being creative together as well. I'm excited. I'm really. It's funny you say that about like the cinematic, and it's funny we were talking about like working, doing like. Our own thing, but also being inspired like by each other. I've been working on like how do I make the music that I write cinematic? How do I do it? Like in like certain movies have influenced how I write. Just because certain movies, I saw this whole video. I'll send it to you later. This guy made like an hour-long YouTube video about how movies are like certain movies are just about the vibes, and I was like. And he named them. I was like, oh, these are some of my favorite movies. And I think that's kind of like what your clothes are doing too. Like, it's about like just setting like a mood and about like.
Yeah, so like I'm definitely making stuff that I truly love.
Yeah.
You know, on the day-to-day basis or whatever, and you know, something that it's gonna be reflecting on me a lot. So I just gotta give it my best.
Something that you would put your name on. Like I know that you're not doing like Marc Jacobs or. You know.
That is in the works.
Really?
Yes, I'm making another label, so.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be my name.
You've got a very good designer name too.
Yeah, I do.
That's a cool thing. Like, what's this? Anguiano. Fuck.
Anguiano.
Anguiano. That's dope, man. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to.
Yeah, because like, bro, Calvin Klein, Michael Kors, for example, right? Calvin Klein, Michael Kors, Marc Jacobs. Okay. Carlos Anguiano.
Yeah.
Or Christian Louboutin, you know, same shit. Carlos Anguiano.
I think the coolest thing about that is knowing that your name is going to be up there with the names that people who don't speak that language know how to pronounce.
Like, oh, I know his last name.
Yeah.
This dude's Mexican. He's a beaner.
So what do you do for? Is that just going to be like exactly what you want to do?
Eventually, yes.
Or is that going to be like your signature, kind of like?
So, Lucky is going to be more of the luxury streetwear.
Oh, okay.
And, I mean, it's going to have some luxury items, like exclusive items. But
Yeah.
the other label is just going to be all luxury. So,
Okay.
top notch of everything.
You're going to be doing like boxers trunks and.
Furniture, like I'm doing furniture now.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that. Did you ever start like, because you wanted to do like leather and stuff last time we talked. You started doing it?
Yeah, I started like fucking around with the wood and shit. And I'm like, oh, how can I make this into a chair? How can I make this into a ring? I'm like, yeah, bro.
That's hard.
So I've been trying out how to make a couch, and just been looking up on YouTube. Like you can learn so much shit. Some dude deadass makes a whole couch in like in the 15-minute video or whatever. But yeah, my boy, you get foam, some straps, fucking a nail gun, all this type of shit. But yeah.
How long does it? I mean, are you still working on anything?
Yes, I'm working on a lot of projects. I just gotta pick one, bro. I gotta work on it. Like I've been having so much ideas, and I've been writing them down. I have a sticky note. I'm like, okay, which project am I gonna work on today? But like, my dumbass makes so much.
Okay, so that is one thing I've been working on. So my mom, she said, she's like, hey, no more self-deprecating jokes. But she combined it with another word, and she said, no more self-defecating. And I was like, I mean, that's also true, you know. But yeah, no, I stopped my girlfriend from doing this too. Like, no, not your dumbass. You're idea-filled, excited, like passionate.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it really is. Yeah, she's gone. But no, that's what it really is. You're passionate about it, and you should be. You should be. Like, if you're doing half the shit that you're saying you are, you should be excited about it. Like, I just think, yeah, she's texting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But I thought it was my phone. I was like, oh, damn. We're good.
Yeah, we're about to be good. Tell you what, man, I would have blown off a lot of calls before, and now I'm like, no, it's okay. I'll call you back. I'm in that mode right now. Like I'm in that.
I won't respond. I'll text you later when I'm not busy.
There's a lot of people I won't respond to.
Yeah.
But have you started getting into the different like different styles for men and women too? Like how's that going?
It's just been more like a. I haven't been like picking a gender or anything, but it's just more unisex.
I was wondering if you were getting. That's dope as shit.
Yeah,
I think that.
so it's for everyone, bro, who wants to experiment with their style.
Cool.
You know, Lucky Sevens is not for everyone. It's for people who want to experiment.
I'm really glad that you said something like
You know, but yeah, it's like whoever wants to rock it, fuck it. You can rock it, dog. Man, woman, whatever.
One of my favorite musicians, his name is Blood Orange. Well, his name is Dev Hines, but his project is called Blood Orange. He says that he wears women's pants because they fit him better. And I read that when I was like probably 17 or 18, and I was like, when I was younger, I was raised in the church, I was raised military, so like very like, yeah. And so when I got older though, I was talking to a couple people and they were like, oh yeah, you know, like we don't believe that like, you know, there are men's and women's clothes. And I was thinking about it and I was like, straight up, the only reason I wear men's clothes is because they're bigger. Like,
hey, if it fits, it fits, right?
Yeah.
If it fits, it fits.
Because I've seen some women's shit, I'm like, oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, dog.
Like, that's hard. And then, I mean, and I think it's your personal style too. Like, I wear a shit ton of flowers and a shit ton of pink and like light colors. And so I've been getting more into that. I've been getting more into that.
That's a lot. I fuck with it.
My only rule for myself personally, because everyone has a different opinion, I don't wear any colors that are the same color as me. So I don't wear a ton of tan and brown because I'm like, yeah, like I wore a tan suit one time and I was like,
nah,
don't love it.
I'm like incognito mode right now.
Yo, incognito mode is fucking hilarious. But in like, I don't wear a ton of white because I'm like, I'm messy. Like I'll be like sitting there chilling and I'm just like,
I got bad luck with the fucking white shirts. Like I be chilling, not even eating. And I'm like, yo, how the fuck did I just stain my shirt? And it's like in the middle where it's like hella noticeable.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't wear this shirt no more. I gotta throw this shit away.
I found a bunch of shirts that I had that had like a ring around the collar, but it wasn't like a sweat ring or anything like that. And I could not figure out what it was. It was like from like the midpoint of my collar down to like almost where my chains are and back up. And I was like,
well, that has to be a sweat.
No, it was my beard.
Oh.
It was my beard oil. So like when I would look down on it, and I noticed it because like a bunch of my clothes, I was like, you know, because especially when you're at work, like you're looking down like on the computer or whatever. And it was my beard oil was like ruining my shirts. So I just switched beard oils and shit.
Yeah. But I don't got no facial hair.
You could rock it.
I can't grow anything, bro. Fucking, it's all patchy.
My brother's like, how did you grow a beard? I'm like, I stopped shaving. He's like, well, what about when it got patchy? I'm like, I just fucking doubled down.
Bro, I stopped shaving for like 2 months, and bro, it's so itchy.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how the hell you do it.
Okay, this is not an ad read. I swear to God, this came up organically. I'm actually the ambassador of a company it's a black-owned company called Netter Gold, and they have beard stuff. So they have a beard. It's a beard. Serum? No, it's what do they call beard butter? They call it a beard butter, and you're supposed to like rub it into your skin, and it'll make your beard softer. And it'll make it like softer to the touch.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I just started, and that's another thing I was working on how to like, you know, like damn, I'm doing all this stuff. How do I monetize it? But no, I use this company all the time. I use they have this like African black soap, and they say that it's safe for hair and body. I tested it and it works. Like it's not like Head and Shoulders shit. You know how they're like, oh, you can use it.
I don't fuck with Head and Shoulders.
No, but like it got like my curls were like starting to come back. You know, like all that.
But I use cocoa butter.
I use cocoa butter lotion all the time.
I use cocoa butter like the butter itself.
Ooh.
Yeah, dog. It works wonders.
Okay. But yeah, no, that's literally what I use. Again, not an ad read. I am affiliated. I will leave a link for you guys. You know. That just happened. And what I tell people is like talk to strangers. So the Mad Rabbit, that tattoo company that does all the balms and stuff, they're like, oh hey, we're looking for ambassadors. And I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. And I got it. And I asked them on fucking Discord of all things like a few months ago. I'm like, hey, can I drop my like information whenever I do a podcast? And they're like, as long as you don't say that we sponsor you, you can do whatever you want with the information. I was like, fucking deal.
That's dope.
Yeah, so like, yeah, Netter Gold, and I'll leave the stuff in the bio. I'll show you what I'm talking about later, because it works. It does. If you were gonna grow a beard, it does work.
I mean, I feel like I could pull it off, but I don't know.
You probably could. I think you with the stubble. I think
The stubble?
Yeah.
Maybe, bro.
Or you do the full like Zorro kind of.
Nah,
I saw some dude like that at the gym, and I was like, hell yeah, bro.
I wish I could grow a stash, bro. I'm trying to look like my dad.
That's the one thing that like people don't believe me until they see my dad, my white dad, and they're like,
But I didn't think he was actually your dad.
I know, nobody does.
I was
It's-
like, there's no way that's your father.
my beard grows in blonde, and nobody believes me. I'm like, no, it takes a long time to like, it grows in blonde. Like now now you can
I
see
can
it.
see it, yeah.
But yeah, it grows in blonde. And people are like, how? Like, oh, do you dye it? I'm like, my dad's white, bro. Like,
You got his gene pool.
yeah, it's fucking weird. It's so weird. Like, because my brother, he like, his hair will actually. This is crazy. You might see it depending on how my trip next week goes. My skin gets really, really dark, but my hair lights in the sun.
That's tight.
So when I went back to Hawaii last time, like years ago now, my skin I'm black, but I looked like I didn't look mixed. I looked black, but my hair was like light blonde, like I dyed it. It was weird, bro. So that's actually like when I was coaching track, people could tell. Like my mom was like, "Oh yeah, you've been out in the sun a lot, huh?" I'm like, "Oh, am I turning tan?" She's like, "Your hair's turning blonde." Right?
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's
I fuck with that.
find a Swedish parent, I guess. And, you know.
You got blessed with those genes. That's good.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not mad at it. My dad's got a strong ass beard. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, keep it up.
I'm not even gonna complain of whatever my parents gave me. I was like, hey, it is what it is.
I didn't start growing a beard till later though. Like,
I tried. I was like, yo, I could not rock this shit. I was like, what's the point? So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna shave, bro. And I like the shave look a little bit better, to be honest.
hey, that's fair. That's
But I do wish I had a mustache.
the mustache should go hard. My brother, his beard is patchy-ish, but the way that it grows in is like the perfect patch. It's like both sideburns are like fairly even. The chin grows in first, and then the mustache grows in. I'm like, is it patchy? Kind of. Also, like you're young, and also like that is the way you'd want it. Like you don't want like the neck, and then like you know. I just had to wait. I just had to be patient because my mom was like, "That looks ridiculous. You should shave it." And my dad was like, "No." He's like, "Commit."
Oh, right.
Like, yo, what you're saying? Go all in, bro. Like, if you shave, you got to restart. I'm like, "Fuck, he's right."
Yes, bro.
It sounds good though, man. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're good. I'm glad that
You're good too.
it's a process.
Definitely, everything is, bro.
That's what I learned is like everything. It takes time. It takes time, and you got to be patient.
Like patience is worth it. Every time.
Yeah.
You can't eat the world quick. You gotta
put that in your clothes somehow. Patience is worth it. You got to, because you said that last time too. Like,
oh, the last part, yeah.
Yeah,
The patience was worth it.
you got to put that in, like somehow, even if it's just like on a tag. Like you remember Lucky Brand, the jeans?
Yeah.
They used to say "Lucky You" on the
Lucky
zipper.
you when you unzip it. Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's
I
hard.
fuck with that.
But like if you put like a, the patience is worth it, like even in like a collar, or like under a collar or something like that. That was all
Inside or
hard.
whatever.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
yeah.
Damn, honestly, I might take that into consideration, to be honest.
Because I have a watch. It's a company that doesn't exist anymore, which sucks. Because like I'm like, hey, I need some parts. Y'all got anything?
Obsolete.
Yeah. But it says the two strongest warriors are patience and time. I'm like, fuck, that's good. Because yeah, that's it. That's all you're fighting
Or you
against.
can't have everything ASAP.
No.
You gotta wait.
And you know what too? Would you want it?
You wouldn't be wondering what happens at the end of the end of the book.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be wondering of how the story came out. No, right?
You're right. My mom asked me what I would do if I won the lottery, and I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, starting all my businesses. Paying my debts off, putting the rest into businesses, and she's
Exactly.
like, I was like, if I win the lottery, that's the start of the story.
Same thing. She got my eyes, but she's adorable.
even like your energy is like, I know that there's been some crazy shit that you've been through, but even your energy is just like, there's like it's that like tapping your foot energy. It's like that, you know, like just like drumming on the table. You're like, yo, let's go. Like, hell yeah, man. It's good. It's good. So what's up for what's the next plan? Are you, like, what do you got coming up?
So I had a meeting with Arizona Fashion Week, like I think it was 2 weeks ago. I forgot. But so they want me to do 10 looks for October 18th, and I mean,
You got a little bit of time.
yeah.
I mean,
I definitely don't have 10 looks right now, but hey, why not? Why not do it, bro?
what goes into making a look? Because on the outside looking in, I'm like, wait, just 10 outfits? I can do that. But like, what goes into it?
Definitely a lot, bro. Especially with like the accessories you're gonna want. Them to be
Oh,
rocking.
okay.
How the fit's gonna be coming together, how they're gonna be rocking it, what color palette you're gonna be choosing, what type of garment you're gonna be using, type of material, you know. So a lot comes into consideration when you want to do one look just by itself.
Right.
So now
And then doing that 10 times.
and doing it 10 times over and over, kind of puts a little bit of weight on your shoulders, but hey.
So would you do like a and you don't have to say everything that you're going to do because we don't have to. But would you say like, oh, we'll do maybe example, 3 streetwear looks, 3 formal looks, something like that?
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah, like what can be my eye catcher, and what can be for the you know what can be for everyone. What can be exclusive, and what can be bought from everyone. You know.
I think that's something that a lot of people don't know about is some of these crazier looks on the runway aren't meant to be worn day to day.
No, not at all. You're meant to go to a dinner, a special event, or whatever you want.
Or like some of the Met Gala stuff, dude. They're literally only wearing this one time.
One time.
Like this was made to like be a piece of art, and then they're never wearing it again.
But what you have in your closet is a piece of art.
Right.
I mean, fashion is art.
Oh yeah.
It's a walking piece of art.
Yeah.
And but yeah.
Like when you see guys with like the crazy like what did what's his name do? Lil Nas X, he had like a gold bodysuit. He might wear that on the day to day, but most people, especially when it's made by like Balmain or something like that, they'll probably wear that one time, maybe again to like a gown or like as like another event. But most people are looking for that suit, sweats, button up, slacks, something
Ready
like
to
that.
wear, So I would want to have some ready to wear pieces, and some pieces that are exclusively just made to order. Like you would get measured, it would get custom to you how you want it or whatever. But it's gonna be lucky sevens.
Cool. Cool. I'm excited, man. I'm really, really happy for you. I'm really, really happy. Because I can see, like, now that you mentioned, like, your own brand, I can see Lucky Sevens being like, because I'm not sure if you've seen this recently, but I'm a big soccer fan. So one of my teams that I watch is AC Milan. So Milan has like 2 major soccer teams. I watch AC. The other one's Internazionale. So AC Milan, they had was it Louis? It was funny. For them, they're like, oh yeah, it's a local brand. And for us, we're like...
Was it the Kid Super Louis?
I don't think it was Kids Super. Let me see if I can find it. But they had a luxury brand. Like, work on their kit. Okay, Off-White did one.
Yeah, I know Off-White did one on the jerseys.
There was one that I was like, that's what y'all got? Okay. I actually have one of their shirts at home, and I hate it because it only fits me half the time. I'm like, how's it fit today but not yesterday? What the fuck, man? But it has all the frescoes in the stripes. So the team stripes are red and black. Like, no matter what, the jersey has to have red and black stripes, but it has the frescoes in it.
Gotcha.
So it's like an off-white and an off-red. Like you see all the fresco
Yeah.
designs. To me, it's like the best kit I've ever seen. It's such a beautiful kit. But yeah, I can see you like making jerseys.
But I definitely want to do a soccer jersey. I feel like I've seen them around, and honestly, I really fuck with them. Yeah.
How wild is that with the
tight.
frescoes in it, bro?
That'd be dope.
It's
and having
so
like
pretty.
Lucky Sevens right there, that'd be
Yeah.
yo, fuck it.
And like, if Puma can come up with that, what can you do, man? No disrespect to Puma, but like,
Everything's possible.
yeah. Like, I can just imagine you like for Phoenix Rising, just like, oh, I this is my own jersey. Like, I made my own.
Oh, that'd be tight.
Yeah, right.
Shit. Y'all gotta tap in with them though, because I'm trying to play soccer soon.
I'll reach out. I'll reach out to some guys I know that like. I love it because I used to play it as a kid because on military bases, that's what every base had was football, soccer, baseball. I'm terrible at baseball. And then when I was in the Army, I would watch it because 24-hour duties, we were watching, whatever was on. And just realizing that like the whole world has an opinion about soccer is so much fun. Basketball's close and baseball's close, but like everybody cares about soccer.
Yep.
Like anywhere you go, I can just be like I've literally done this. I'll go to a bar like literally anywhere and be like, hey man, Messi or Ronaldo? And just like, oh, you know what? And it's like, it's crazy. Like it's just that energy is stuff that you don't get from anything else. But I can see Lucky Sevens being like the official on-field provider. Then Carlos Anguiano is like the official, off-field.
That's the plan.
Possibilities are endless, man.
That's the plan.
I'm proud of you. I'm really, really proud of you.
Definitely want to be everywhere.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. I'm so serious. Like, and like I'm back now. So if you need anything, let me know. I'll reach out to those people. It might take some time for them to get back.
No, I'm not in no rush. But yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah. Anything else you want to throw in?
Oh, we're still recording, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, me too, man. Hey, I'll drop those links in the bio. Till then, you did do a new. You got new socials.
Yes.
New since the last time we talked.
Wait, which one?
Are you still Lucky Sevens official?
Yes, we're still Lucky Sevens official.
Okay. I thought I saw another Lucky Sevens thing.
Oh, it's Lucky Sevens podcast. I have the app, but I haven't really fucked with that yet. So
that might have been why I seen that. So it's still Lucky Sevens official.
Uh-huh.
All right. And cool. So, I know what it was. I know why I thought it was new. You took everything down for the drop.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh, that's new. I was like, yeah, that's what confused me. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what your new shit is, man.
It's lining up. It's coming.
I'm not asking for no insight or nothing, man.
It's coming. But just know it's gonna be a good collection.
Good. Hey guys, listen, this is 2/3 of currency exchange. We got to get the last third of currency exchange. He's doing his thing right now.
My boy.
He's doing his thing right now. But hey, we will definitely link up more in the future. I'm thinking once a month.
Yeah, I think once a month is honestly just to see like a little update how everyone's doing, stuff like that.
Just a 2-minute podcast. We're still breathing, y'all.
Yeah, we're still here. We fucking breathing, eating. We outside.
Are you?
That sounds corny.
Dude,
as fuck.
my stupid ass today. I let my dogs out at like 6, 7 in the morning today, and I'm like, oh, it's nice outside. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to ride my bike to the gym anymore. Like, I want to like run to the gym or something. So I decided to ride my bike to the gym, but I took like this super long way, and it's like 4 miles. I was dying, bro. This morning it was nice.
Tell me about it. Yesterday
It was like 109 out there.
It was humid because it rained. Bro, I was sweating like a motherfucker.
Miserable.
Dead ass. But I got home at 6. I was like, alright. After this, I'm just gonna maybe tired and go to sleep, bro.
My homie back in Hawaii, back home in Hawaii, he grew up in Guam, and he said in Guam, it's 100% humidity and 100 degrees almost every day. Dude, the AC broke at his school and the tiles melted.
Damn.
How hard does it have to be for the tile to melt, dog? I'm like, what do you even do? He's like, you go home. Like, it's a wrap, dog.
What the fuck? You still going to school after this or what?
I'm not.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I'm not.
Safety has it.
Yeah, no. Hey, you win, son. Like,
Yeah, y'all can have it, bro. I'm good.
no, hey, I'll take a seat in this class. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, always good to catch up with you. Always good to hear from you.
Thank you, bro.
Lucky Seven's official. I'll drop the links to everything in the bio. I'll get this one up on Friday.
Bro, don't even rush. So whenever you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it up on Friday.
Because I know you're busy. So it's
Oh, right now we're straight, man. Right now we are living. The only busy thing right now is me taking a trip with my girl.
shit, bro. I wish you best luck. Honestly, enjoy it. Take everything into consideration.
She's never been to LA before. I know. Oh, dude, and you know that's
What?
where I be at. You know that's where I be at too.
Damn.
I know. Okay, no, she said that she went one time for like a business thing. She was in Long Beach. I'm like, first of all, not LA. Literally anyone will tell you, like,
Long Beach is.
LA doesn't claim it and Long Beach doesn't claim it, so like that's not the same. But yeah, she's never been, so we're going to a bunch of different places. We're going to like art museums, West Hollywood, downtown. We're gonna be hitting up
Wait, so when are you going? Next week or?
we drive out next Saturday.
Okay.
That's why I said like, oh, I have from this date to this date. Like,
Oh, that's what you said.
yeah. So she's rolling in on. She'll be rolling in. I'll let you know. But yeah, Saturday.
Oh, I might. If y'all see me in New York in September, I might go to New York in September.
You might see my brother out there. On God.
I'm gonna shake him up.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so I was thinking about going for Fashion Week, just kicking it for my birthday.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it for sure.
But let me know what you're doing in September.
As of right now, it's just coaching and school. I might have to go. I might have some other stuff, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, appreciate y'all listening, and we'll definitely do this again sooner rather than later. I promise y'all it won't be 10 months next time. I promise you it won't be 10 months.
Damn, it's been 10 months?
It's been 10 months. Fashion Week last year.
Oh shit, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Fashion Week last year. That's last time.
Time flies pretty quick, huh?
Yeah. Can you believe it's August, bro?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. And hey guys, I did want to add too, I just saw that you can upload these to YouTube now, so I'll be getting all these uploaded as soon as I can. So yeah, we'll get all these uploaded, and yeah, just multiple streams of income, man. We got it.
Pockets are heavy.
Yep. All right guys, thanks for listening. Peace.
Thank you, bye.